Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. My name is Giacomo. On this channel we talk about all matters that involve life after 50, from money to retirement and all things we wish we knew decades ago. And today we're gonna talk about the 7 biggest regrets that people have when they bought vacation homes. And number 1 is underestimating the maintenance costs. This is a big one because the lakeside cabin, the seaside cottage, or the cottage on the mountains by the snow, they're fantastic. They look good, they're very romanticized and all that, but the maintenance costs can be quite big, from septic tanks to pest control and all other costs that are involved in maintaining a second home. And these are often underestimated. And a rule of thumb, just so that you can keep your budget in check, is to budget about 2% of the purchase price every year for maintenance costs. Number 2 regret is not visiting in every season. When you buy a vacation home, don't just go in the summer if you buy a seaside vacation home, or only in the winter if you buy a cottage by the snow. Visit also off season. Talk to the locals. See how the town is when it's off season, because that is going to give you an idea of how the experience of owning a home in that location is going to be. And also, if you have seasons that are peak seasons that are too short, if you do short-term rentals, you're not going to have enough demand, you're not going to have enough income. So to know better what you're buying, visit in every season and you're going to have a better idea of what you're getting into. Number 3 regret of those that buy vacation homes is assuming that you will use it all the time. And this is a big one because many people fall in love with the town and they go skiing and they go hiking and all that, and it's a nice town and you like it and you want to buy a place because that's something that you like to do in that season of your life. But you really have to think, if you buy a home, are you going to go year in and year out every year for 10 years? Or is this just something that you're doing for a couple of years? Because this is important. Once you have a second home somewhere, you're going to have to go there to check it, to maintain it, to enjoy it. But that means that you can't go in other places. And so you really have to think hard, because otherwise, if you think that you're not going to be using it all the time, you're better off renting it, use one of the short-term rental websites and visit for a couple of years and then move on to the next destination that you like. Number 4 regret is not knowing local fees and local laws. When you buy a vacation home, before you even make an offer, you need to go check with the city hall, check online what the rules and regulations are for that home. Because you can't assume by default that you're going to be able to do a short-term rental, for example. Or you see a home that you say, oh, I would love to add to that home. But you need to know what the local laws are. For example, for short-term rentals, especially in the last couple of years, many cities have become more strict about who can rent for how long, and there are licenses you have to get, costs that you need to pay, fees that are involved in it. And so you really need to go to the nitty-gritty. You can't just look at the home and fall in love and assume that you can do whatever you want. Number 5 regret is that of those for which the second home has become a second job. And this is something you need to think about very carefully, because once you buy that vacation home, and especially if you want to do short-term rentals and all that, it becomes kind of like a part-time job. There may be scheduling involved, there may be maintenance involved. Even if you farm out the maintenance to other people, the scheduling to local management companies, you're going to have to interface with them, make sure the house has everything that is needed. If there are problems that come up, you're going to have to talk to the managers, and you're going to have to be involved in the maintenance and in the keeping the home at the best level that you can. And for many people in their 50s or 60s, they are ready to have a life of less responsibility, of traveling and all that. Having this second home that is becoming a second job is really an aggravation. Number 6 regret of those that bought vacation homes is that the homes caused strained family relationships. And this happens especially if you're buying vacation homes together with relatives. You know, you buy with your cousin, or you buy with your brother, or with your sister, or there are multiple families involved because you bought it with friends. And sometimes the expectations of people can differ. You know, you may be arguing about who's going this Thanksgiving or next Christmas, or you may be arguing about who's paying for the maintenance or who goes more often, or a friend wants to go, a friend of your partner in buying the house wants to go, and your children may not be happy about going there on vacation because they want to go elsewhere. So have a really honest discussion with everyone that is involved in getting this vacation home about what the expectations of everyone are. Another common regret of those that buy vacation homes is not considering how hard it may be to resell the home. The second home real estate market is very different than the market for primary homes, especially when you buy in towns that are like vacation towns and towns that have like a market that is very limited or that is seasonal. And so you may find yourself in situations where if you're trying to sell off season, it's hard, or if you're trying to sell when the economy is not super good, you may have a hard time because less and less people are buying vacation homes. Usually the vacation home market is the one that tanks first. When there's a recession, when there's less money, when people are penny pinching, it can go down very fast. And it can go down very fast, especially if the short-term rental market is taking a dive. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the like button and subscribe. If you know someone that is thinking about buying a vacation home, forward and share this video with them. And I'll see you on the next video. If you can't wait for it, check the video above here, and that's the video the algorithm is suggesting for you to watch. Thank you.